Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2022. So let's get right into it. These are the movies that I'm most excited about. There were a couple of other movies I wish I had on this list, but they weren't able to make the cut. Please leave down your top 10 lists in the comment section below because I'm always looking forward to seeing what other people are looking forward to. I don't, it's a top 10 list, so I can't put everything up there. I had a list of 23 movies I'm looking forward to, but these are the 10 films that I'm looking forward to. So let's get right into it. Starting with number 10, Mission Impossible 7. That's right. This is a franchise that has just gotten better and better. I remember when I was younger, when the original one came out in 1996, it flew by me. That wasn't the movies that I was looking for at the time. But then it was around Mission Impossible 3 when J.J. Abrams took over. That's when I started paying attention to the franchise. That was probably the first one I went to go see in theaters, and I loved Mission Impossible 3 right away. And then we got Ghost Protocol, directed by Brad Bird, and Fallout, I think, was the next one, and the one with Henry Cavill. So Mission Impossible 7, bring it on. I can't wait to see what Tom Cruise is going to do in this movie. Just please, Tom, a little bit less dangerous. I know you like to show off on how great you are at your age physically, but you don't have to all the time when it's not necessary. We want you alive and well to continue doing some really cool movies for us. Not just Mission Impossible, other movies for us as well that will go and see in the theaters or anywhere else if you decide to in the near future. So moving on to number 9, I have Black Panther Wakanda Forever. The first Black Panther was super great. And yes, I'm totally looking forward to what they're going to do with this new Black Panther. Who's going to take over as the new Black Panther? There's been rumors that Shuri could be the next one to take over. Lots of fans want them to recast T'Challa, which is the thing that I thought they should go for from the beginning when Chadwick Boseman passed away. I thought recasting would make the most sense because just like Batman and Superman and James Bond, it's the character that people are going for, not the actor. Even though the actor does bring something special to the roles, in this case, I think the character should have been first and foremost. And I think Chadwick Boseman, I mean, his brother came out recently and said, yeah, Chadwick probably would have wanted the role recasted to carry on someone to carry on the torch for him and honor him in that role. So, hey, look, I get it. Some people, it's close to home and maybe they didn't feel like recasting him at that moment, but only time will tell what Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to turn out to be. I'm looking forward to it either way. So, moving on to number 8, I have The Batman. Now, some people might be wondering, David, aren't you a huge Batman fan? Yes, I am. I love the character of Batman. I'm looking forward to seeing Robert Pattinson's portrayal as this character. But I'm going to be honest, I want to see more from the DCEU in general rather than another standalone Batman film that we've seen already plenty of times in the past. And look, this movie looks badass. I'm not going to deny that. It looks great. The darkness of it, I'm looking forward to what Matt Reeves is going to do. I loved his Planet of the Apes movies. I think he also directed Cloverfield, right? And I liked Cloverfield a lot back in the day. So I'm looking forward to what his interpretation of Batman is going to be. To me right now, it looks like The Dark Knight, but even darker and grittier and even more grounded, which is fine. But it's just, I personally, if you ask me, David, do you want a Ben Affleck Batman that takes place in the DCEU, or do you want a Robert Pattinson Batman that stands on his own with no other heroes connected to it? I would say, give me the DCEU Batman with Ben Affleck. That would be a Batman I would be more interested in because that's a world where you can bring in the crazier villains that I think I want to see, like Mr. Freeze or Poison Ivy or Clayface, the Man Bat, even. I think there's a lot of great Batman rogues gallery that don't need to be realistic. And it's great that we're getting the Joker and the Riddler and the Penguin and the Catwoman again. But it's like, guys, there's other great villains out there too. So I don't know. I'm still looking forward to it a lot. I'm not saying I'm bashing the Batman. There's just a couple of other movies that I'm more interested in, including maybe a DCEU movie or two. Going into my next movie, number 7, I have Creed 3. I love the Rocky and Creed franchise. I have grown to love it even more ever since the first Creed movie with Michael B. Jordan. Creed 3, Michael B. Jordan is going to be directing. Sylvester Stallone isn't returning in this one, but that's fine because right now the Creed movies are about Michael B. Jordan's character. So to see him front and center makes sense, and to let go of Sylvester Stallone makes sense as well. His story was pretty much closed at the end of the last movie where he's reunited with his son, so it makes sense that that's Rocky's storyline is closed, and it's time to go into the next chapter of Michael B. Jordan's character's journey. So Adonis Creed. I forgot the name there for a little bit, but yes, I'm looking forward to the continuation of Adonis Creed storyline and where they could go next in this franchise. I love the mythology that Rocky began, and now Adonis Creed is continuing. So I'm looking forward to seeing what a Creed movie is going to be like without Rocky. That's going to be something different going up next as well. And did I mention Michael B. Jordan is directing this one? I think I did. So moving on to number 6, I have Black Adam starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson joining the DCEU. Dwayne Johnson is awesome. How can you not have at least one Dwayne Johnson movie here? I think there's been years where I didn't have a Dwayne Johnson movie in my top 10, but this one definitely makes my top 10 because it's a DCEU movie. There's going to be other DC characters in there that have never been on the big screen before, such as Hawkman and Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Brosnan. I'm really looking forward to both of those, as well as a few other characters that are going to be popping into the film, forming the Justice Society of America, which is going to be really cool. Will there be any other superheroes in this movie? I don't know. Dwayne Johnson seems to want to fight Superman so much. Although, I'm going to admit, if Black Adam beats Superman, I'll be kind of disappointed. Superman is the granddaddy of all these guys. Superman should always be the one to win the final fight. So I'm just throwing that out there to Mr. Dwayne Johnson because I don't want him to make Superman look like a fool. Look at me, I'm stronger than Superman. It's like, no. Superman is the strongest character. You can be second strongest if you want. Maybe third, because I think Wonder Woman should be pretty strong also. But other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing Black Adam, the Justice Society of America, seeing how they'll tie in things. And hey, Dwayne, I know you really want to fight Superman, but what about Shazam? Shazam and Black Adam are mortal enemies to each other. And I know you're looking at that kid like he's a kid that transforms into Zachary Levi. I get that, but come on. I'm sad that I'm going to spoil this. I don't have Shazam 2 on my list. I'm going to have to... Oh, that comes out in 2023. Okay, I'm good. I thought, did I miss it by accident? And then I remembered, no, it comes out next year, not this year. Number 5 on my list, however, I have Lightyear. That's right, a Pixar movie made my top 10 this year. It's usually hard for me to put the animated films on the top of my list because usually animated films I'm looking forward to a Pixar and Disney animated film every year. But usually they're not top 10 worthy for me until the end of the year when they make my top 10 lists. But this one I'm very excited about because what if Buzz Lightyear was the real guy, right? This is about the real guy, Buzz Lightyear. And I am super excited to see how they're going to tackle this because there's some really interesting ways that and the teaser trailer gave us some great glimpses of what we're going to see in this movie, and I'm really looking forward to it. Number four, I have, this might be silly for some people, but I am super excited for this movie, Jurassic World Dominion. Yes, this is the movie that's bringing back Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, but teaming them up with the original three: Sam Neill, Jeff Goldblum, and Laura Dern. How can you not be excited? Colin Trevorrow is already saying that this is the end game for Jurassic Park franchise. I am super looking forward to it. Dinosaurs eating people, awesome. Give it all to me. I want to see the T-Rex roar. I want to see the raptor being sneaky. Blue is going to be definitely the main raptor because of his relationship with Chris Pratt. But let's get more raptors in there. Dangerous raptors. I don't care what you have to do. I want to see this be the biggest thriller of all time. I'm not expecting you to be like the original Jurassic Park level. That's a one-time experience that you can't capture in a bottle again, because it's hard to find the right story to really bring it to that level. So just give me a fun ride. That's all I'm asking for. Give me a good time in the movie theaters, and I'll be there, especially to see the original three again. I mean, that's going to be a great reunion unto itself. Moving on to my third favorite most anticipated movie of 2022 is Thor: Love and Thunder. I had to get Thor on this list. Thor is my favorite MCU character right now, or he's definitely my favorite Marvel character in general. Because Chris Hemsworth has done a phenomenal job. It's going to be weird not seeing Tom Hiddleston as Loki in a Thor movie, but we got so much more going on. Valkyrie is returning. We got Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. I'm looking forward to seeing what he looks like in this movie. I am looking forward to seeing Jane Foster, played by Natalie Portman, returning as Lady Thor. Russell Crowe, I don't know if he accidentally did this or didn't know, but he's going to be Zeus, the god of thunder. So that's going to be cool, seeing the Norse god of thunder meeting the Greek god of thunder. And then there's the whole bunch of cameos that are going to be in this movie. Like Matt Damon, we already know he's coming back with Chris Hemsworth's brother. So they're going to do some sort of stage reenactment of Thor Ragnarok for sure, which is going to be fun. And Taika Waititi, man, he is one of the great directors right now. Hunt for the Wilder People, Jojo Rabbit. What was the one with the vampires? What We Do in the Shadows. Such great movies from this guy. If you haven't seen any of those three that I listed already, go and check them out. Taika Waititi is that director to follow right now because he is so funny and I love his movies. So moving on to number 2, I have The Flash. The Flash is my second most anticipated movie of 2022. This was a tough one with the number 1 and the number 2 spot because I don't know which way this could go. I'm worried DC is going to fumble on something. But right now, The Flash, from what I know and what I've heard, is my second most anticipated. I'm looking forward to seeing Ben Affleck one last time. We know Michael Keaton is taking over as Batman because he already was announced to be appearing in the Batgirl movie on HBO Max. That's going to be coming out this year, I think, or next year. I don't know. But J.K. Simmons is also returning in that movie, the Batgirl movie as well, who he was Commissioner Gordon in the Justice League, both the Zack Snyder cut and the theatrical cut. So Michael Keaton definitely is going to be sticking around in this DC EU. But it's also really great to see The Flash gets his own movie, and I hope the movie doesn't lose sight of that. I know Supergirl's in the movie too. Apparently Zod might be showing up. Michael Shannon returning as Zod is showing up in the movie, so I'm looking forward to seeing how all these things fit. Could we get Henry Cavill in this movie as well, even for a quick glimpse cameo? I hope so. I love Henry Cavill, and even if there's a cameo that we can get him back in, I'll buy it and I'll take it, whatever it's worth. That's how much I love the character of Superman. And the Flash is also a great character and finally deserves the spotlight on the big screen. The Flash series has been really good. It's had its ups and downs throughout the seasons. But now to see the Flash character on the big screen played by Ezra Miller is going to be a lot of fun. Maybe Grant Gustin will have a little cameo in the movie as well. Who the hell knows? I think we should be expecting a lot of cameos in this movie. So expect it. Fan service, hopefully in the right way. Finally, my number one most anticipated movie of 2022 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Doctor Strange. I think The Flash would have been number one until I saw Spider-Man No Way Home, and that got me pumped for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness even more. Benedict Cumberbatch is awesome. We're getting Scarlet Witch back, played by Elizabeth Olsen, who we saw the first MCU character last year, literally in 2021, because the Disney Plus series WandaVision was phenomenal. So to have all of this, accumulating in this movie is going to be, especially after Spider-Man No Way Home and what we saw of the multiverse in that movie, I'm going to expect we're going to see a lot of cameos, because apparently the recent refilm, what do you call it? When they go and refilm scenes or add, you know what I'm saying. Apparently they were adding in a lot of cameos during the reshoots. That's what it is. I knew it would come to me eventually. So what cameos are we going to get in this movie? Who the hell knows? But clearly they're going to keep their focus on Doctor Strange. We might see a what if crossover if speculation is true that the evil, dark Doctor Strange that we see at the end of the trailer is that Doctor Strange from What If. Maybe he's not so bad then, because we know he's not so bad. He saved the multiverse with everyone else. But who knows, if he does have a dark heart, things could change, that means. So maybe he sees the multiverse very differently than he once did when we last saw him in What If. So either way, I'm looking forward to this movie a lot. And we have some great ones. The ones in my top 10, I think top 6, I would say, are the ones that I'm really, really looking forward to. The other 4 I'm really looking forward to also, but the other ones, if COVID gets in the way, I will take the risk. So let's just put it that way. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you share your favorite movies coming out this year, or the movies you're looking forward to. And with that being said, until next time, everybody, take care.